I love playing football. I love being in front of 60, 70,000 fans and putting on a show. That's what I was born to do.
Scoring in Serie A after 1,449 days, we caught up with Giuseppe Rossi and asked him what it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great moment. It was a liberation for me, just because after 13 months of therapy, 13 months of hard work, it was let's just say, the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm really happy and I hope that it will be a start of many, many more great moments to come.
Seems like every time you play Fiorentina, you score.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's pretty crazy because you're right that back in the day, when I was 19, it was Parma Fiorentina. We won, and I scored 2 goals. This last game, unfortunately, we lost, but I was able to get a goal. And also playing for them, I scored many, and I did very well. So I guess they bring me good luck if I'm playing with them or if I'm playing against them.
Was this the toughest injury to get back from?
Well, every injury is tough because it's a story all by itself. There's moments when I got injured where I was at my best. There's moments when I'm injured, like this last one, where I just got off scoring 3 goals in a game. So every injury has its own story. Every recovery has its own story. I was without a team for 4 or 5 months during this injury, so that never happened to me before in my career. So that added even extra stress, and it was even harder, moments to go through. But we did it. We're back on track. We're back where we want to be, and hopefully, just like I said, there will be many more goals to come.
And what was it like being out for kind of those 4 or 5 months without a club? I mean, what was going through your head at that time? I mean, what were you thinking about?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough just because I've had injuries in my past. Therefore, many people wouldn't want to take a risk in a player who, yes, he's a very good player, but is injury prone, and I don't blame them. Therefore, for those 3-4 months when I didn't have anything really going for me, it was just it was a tough moment because I love what I do. I love playing football. I love being in front of 60, 70,000 fans and putting on a show. That's what I was born to do. And for many, many days and many months, you're asking yourself, am I ever going to see that again? So I was lucky enough that I did have a few offers, and Genoa was one of them. And just here we are today.
And what about your future? Will you stay at Genoa?
Well, this is a very important moment for me. These next couple weeks, the end of this season, I want to finish that strong. I want to stay concentrated on these next games, on these next trainings, and then my future will decide after.
Looking into your future a little bit, what do you think about the appointment of Roberto Mancini as the next Italy coach?
Well, I think his resume speaks for itself. He's somebody who's won everywhere he went to. He's a very accomplished coach, a very accomplished player also, a great player back in the day. And I think, we're lucky to have a great coach like Mancini.
And do you think you could be part of the national team setup, say, this time next year?
Well, that's obviously every footballer's dream. It sure is mine. I played in the past. I love being in that atmosphere. I love, just representing my country, and I hope to have that. I hope to have that opportunity again.
We were reading about an article on the future of the Azzurri back in 2009, and they were speaking about Balotelli and Giuseppe Rossi. Do you think that's a possibility still? I
think anything could happen. I mean, he's having a great season. I'm getting back to where I want to be. Like I said, this is just a start. Hopefully, it is a start of many great things to come.
Under Davide Ballardini, can Genoa get into Europe?
I've known Davide Ballardini for a while now. He was my coach when I was 16 years old in the Primavera Parma. He's done great things since then. He came to Genoa this year. in a very tough situation and, brought them out. And I think it's a well-deserved confirmation. Next year, I believe Genoa could do much better than this year, and hopefully that would mean to be fighting for Europa.
And what was it like to score 3 against Juventus in such an important game and give the victory to Fiorentina?
It was a very special moment, scoring those 3 goals against Juve. It was a long time that Fiorentina haven't beaten Juventus, and I didn't really realize how big the rivalry was between Fiorentina and Juve until after that game, where going to my car, I see fans, they're crying, they're still cheering on the streets. I'm looking on social media and people celebrating as if we won the Champions League. And it was something really special, something that I'm never going to forget, something I'm sure that the Fiorentina will never forget. And I believe that's something that I believe we will always have a bond just because of that special game.
That was part 1 of our exclusive interview with Giuseppe Rossi. Let us know what you think. Will he get back in the Italy squad? And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And, of course, stay tuned for part 2 that will be coming your way very soon.